This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
Hi, I'm Nick Saletti here with your afternoon update from ABC15 Arizona. Today, the Arizona Department of Health Services is reporting 649 new confirmed cases of the coronavirus. There's also a half dozen new deaths due to complications from COVID-19. Meantime, the state has administered more than 4.5 million vaccines. The state's health director planning to hold a town hall event for people living in Phoenix. Dr. Kara Christ hosting the telephone event beginning at 6:30 tonight. It's going to focus on the vaccine for people in districts 7 and 8. Vaccine advisors to the CDC are expected to recommend the Johnson & Johnson vaccine be administered again under restrictions. On Friday, it's expected that the advisory panel will have specific recommendations about which people may be best suited to take this single dose. Scientists say the pandemic set back cancer research by as much as 2 years. Lockdowns and other restrictions meant less access to labs. The Institute of Cancer Research in London says that this was the greatest threat to cancer research in generations. A warning: if you have any travel plans coming up this summer, you may have trouble finding a rental car. There is a severe shortage happening across the nation.
We first noticed an issue President's Day, Valentine's Day weekends. We just saw huge demand in areas like Florida and Phoenix and Las Vegas. It was a pretty severe shortage. We were having difficulty finding vehicles for customers, and we thought that was kind of a blip. But as it turned out, the next few weeks we saw the same issues.
Companies are trying to replenish the rentals they sold off during the pandemic. Industry analysts say it'll take some time for things to get back to normal. Tens of millions of Americans are breathing unhealthy air today. A report released by the American Lung Association says more than 4 out of 10 Americans live in areas with polluted air. That's about 135 million people. The report covers pollution data from 2017 to 2019 and does not include possible decreases in pollution levels due to the pandemic. The report blames climate change for making pollution worse and shows western cities face record levels of pollution due to wildfires. The Scottsdale City Council unanimously approving a new anti-discrimination ordinance. It bans discrimination on the basis of race, religion, sex, national origin, age, sexual orientation, gender identity, and disability. These protections already exist within the city government, but this now extends those requirements to private businesses in Scottsdale. They are the 8th city to enact a similar ordinance. After 27 years, the Scottsdale restaurant Rancho PINOT will close on May 15th. Owner and chef Krista Robertson making the announcement on the restaurant's website. She thanked customers who have supported her over the years. An 8-year-old in Chandler stepping up to help out others in need during this pandemic. Dylan Pfeiffer has been holding food drives from his home. He goes door to door handing out flyers and hanging up posters to get the word out. He received more than 300 cans and boxes for his first drive. He's held 3 food drives since October and plans to have another one coming up in June. If you have any citrus trees at home, there is still time to donate that fruit to the St. Mary's Food Bank. They're accepting donations now until April 30th. You can bring them to either St. Mary's location in Phoenix. After months of training and tryouts, this is the Special Olympics Arizona floorball team that'll be competing in the 2020 games in Russia. It's happening next year. Coach Julie Rodriguez tells us they're proud to represent the U.S. and Arizona, and they'll spend the next 8 months practicing and fundraising to cover their travel costs.
As we talk about your most accurate forecast, that fire danger is going up today across Arizona. We've got red flag warnings essentially covering most of Arizona. A combination of very strong winds and very low humidity that'll be below 10% will come together to increase that fire threat. Plus, fires can spread very quickly with these windy conditions. Gusts as high as 50 miles an hour in parts of northern and northeast Arizona, the White Mountains too, and for the valley and central Arizona, we could be talking wind gusts as high as 35 to even 40 miles an hour at times as we get into this afternoon. So windy to very windy across the state today, and temperatures are still going to be pretty warm. A high of 90 in Phoenix today, 74 in Sedona, 88 at Lake Havasu, and 68 in Show Low. An approaching storm system, that's what's bringing the winds. Tomorrow, there's a chance that this storm brings a few showers to northern Arizona. The valley at this point looking dry, then high pressure will build in behind this storm, warming things up for the weekend. But we've got another storm system coming in next week that could finally bring a chance for rain to the valley. A high of 90 today.
Another update tonight. Until then, get the latest news, weather, and traffic at ABC15.com or just download our free ABC15 mobile app.
This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.